Have you been using tretinoin or estradiol on your face for more than a year and feel like you're not getting the results that you need? Your face is not tightening like you expected it to tighten? Well, that's me. I have been using tretinoin for, I'd say, a little over a year and a half, and estradiol probably a little over a year, not quite a year and a half. And I'm just not getting the results that I need. I did see Karina of Humming Glow Aesthetics Lounge about a month ago from the time that I'm recording this episode. And she did do some facial fillers down in my nasal folds and did do some facial balancing on my lower jaw to give me some balance. And the reason I'm adding this is because ever since I was a child, always had less volume on my right side as opposed to my left side. As I'm getting older and losing more volume, it's more noticeable and it's affected my confidence. So when I saw Karina, she did mention about doing a dual laser. So she'll talk about what the laser is when I go see her. But she talked about the benefit of one laser goes in a little bit deeper and the other one's more surface, but it will provide the tightening that I'm looking for. So I am going to see Karina right now and have her do some laser work. I will warn you, my face is going to look very scary after she's done. And I will be red for about, I think it's like 5 days. So I'm going to look like I didn't wear any sunscreen, but it's for a good cause. So let's go inside and see Karina now. All right, Karina. So I am back and I will tell you, I absolutely love the results. I love the way you filled in a lot of the negative area over on this side. I love the way you did the nasal folds here and down in here. And I think that my results would look much more better if my face was a little bit more tighter. Because again, as I mentioned to you before, that I do not want to look super tight. I mean, I'm not super tight, but I don't want to look overfilled.
Yeah.
I mean, what are your thoughts?
Yes, I think we're on the right track. And you are here today for some laser treatments that's going to tighten your skin a little bit more. It's going to help jumpstart that cell rejuvenation. It's going to give you more of a refreshed, more youthful appearance. It's going to help target any kind of blemishes, any kind of wrinkles, fine lines, age spots, sunspots, just any kind of like impurities that we can see on the surface of your skin, as well as the deep dermal layers of your skin. And I think it's really going to enhance your filler results that you had last time.
Okay. And last time you did talk about dual lasers. Can you talk a little bit more about what that entails?
Of course. I currently carry 2 lasers. They're by Aerolase. I love them so much. I've had multiple treatments done myself prior to me investing into these lasers. So there's 2 different kinds of lasers. There is the Neo Elite and then there's the Era Elite. So the Neo is a no downtime laser. You can do it anytime. It's like a facial. Do it anytime, go on about your day, go shopping, go run your errands, do anything you have to do. And what it does, it targets the deep dermal layers of the skin and it fights hyperpigmentation. It helps tighten our skin from within and it builds a lot of collagen. Both of these lasers are actually safe for all skin types. Now the Era Elite, which is the ablative laser, it targets the water in the tissue and it kind of ablates that superficial layer of our skin. And it helps with hyperpigmentation as well, helps with anything that we see topically on our skin. It helps with any moles, any kind of just things that we don't like. It's awesome for wrinkles, fine lines, around the eye area is what I absolutely love it for. Because it does amazing for tightening that under eye and that upper eyelids. And it's just a great treatment overall. And it's just safe for all skin types. I think people that are higher in the Fitzpatrick scale, they're often told to stay away from lasers. They're often told they're not compatible with a majority of the lasers out there. And now we have just new technology that they're compatible for these laser treatments for both of these, the non-ablative and the ablative. The ablative laser, which is that Era, is actually just as powerful. It's the erbium technology, so it's just as powerful as a CO2 laser, but minus that extensive downtime, minus the extra tissue damage. So it's a fantastic treatment. And the downtime is a lot less than if you were going to be using a super ablative like CO2 laser.
And it will also tighten certain areas of my face as well.
Of course, it's going to tighten your entire face actually, because we're going to treat your entire face today, and you're going to start seeing results right away. You're going to start seeing results as soon as you're done healing. In about 5 days is what I tell people. Give yourself 4 to 5 days to kind of rest, and you're going to start seeing that results. In about 7 days, you're going to be like, oh, wow, my skin, it's so much smoother. It is tighter. It just feels better all around.
And just for the people that aren't aware, I know the first time I did it, I looked like I had gone out to the beach and failed to put sunscreen.
Yes. You look like you're sunburned. You look like you've been out in the sun without any sunscreen. You look very red. That first 24 hours, some people experience like a burning sensation. It's not an intense burning sensation where it's not manageable, it's not tolerable. It's usually that first 24 hours. And then after that, people feel perfectly fine. They're just red. And then in a couple of days, you can expect to have like a very light peel. Nothing major, actually a lot less than you would like with a chemical peel. So you can expect to have a little light peel in a couple of days.
Okay. What's the difference between doing laser and, because I've been doing tretinoin for over a year and a half. I get some peeling, but to be honest with you, I'm not seeing my skin tighten. So is this kind of like a jump start to what tretinoin?
Yeah, it'll really help jumpstart your skin a little bit as well, especially with the tretinoin. We're also going to take away some of that superficial damage on skin, some of those dead cells. We're going to just take off that superficial layer, and your products, your skincare is going to penetrate so much better. It's going to penetrate deeper. You're going to feel like it's working better. Your regular skincare routine is working so much better now that we have treated that superficial layer of the skin, and that deep dermal laser is going to treat the deeper layers of the skin. So you're going to see that your products are looking so much better. Even your makeup is looking so much better on your skin.
Okay. So is this kind of like, I've been buying different types of eye cream, and I started using the one that you recommended. But prior to that, I felt like I put eye cream on and 30 minutes, 40 minutes later, I'm dry again. And this stuff is supposed to hydrate.
Yeah.
So you're saying that doing the laser is going to allow these creams to actually penetrate and hydrate me like they're supposed to?
Oh, definitely. You're going to start seeing that deeper penetration. Your products are going to work so much better. Also, depending on what kind of products that you use. I know we talked about there's a handful of products I recommend, especially post the laser as well, that are just going to enhance your results. But you're going to see an improvement in your everyday skincare routine and your everyday makeup, where you're like, oh, wow, I look like I'm glowing, because you are.
All right. Sounds good. So which laser are you going to start with first and then move? How does that?
Yeah. So we're going to do the deep dermal laser first. It is the Neo Elite. We're going to do that first. You're going to feel a warming sensation. There's no numbing required, actually. You're just going to relax. I'm going to clean your face. You're going to feel a nice little warming sensation. I'm going to do several passes throughout your entire face. You'll tell me if you're feeling a little bit too warm, if you're a little bit uncomfortable. Usually people, they tolerate it perfectly fine, and they just feel that little warming sensation. And then if you do feel a little tiny zap, it's actually just some hair removal. So that's kind of bonus. Some people experience a little bit of like a couple darker hairs, maybe around their chin area, maybe around their area over here. So if you do feel a little tiny zap, we're just zapping that hair away.
So it's kind of like a 2-in-1.
It's a 2-in-1, yes.
Laser hair removal and collagen restoration.
Correct, yes.
All right.
And then we'll do some numbing. Most providers don't actually numb when it comes to the ablative laser. I like to do that because I like to make sure my patients are super comfortable. So then I'm going to clean your face again. I'm going to do a little bit of numbing, let you hang out for a couple minutes, and then we're going to do that ablative laser, and you should be very comfortable.
All right, let's go.
Let's do it. So I am going to just wipe you down.
Okay.
And I like to go over the lips a little bit. I do it very quick just so it can rejuvenate that lip tissue as well.
With this laser here?
Yeah. So don't be alarmed, just so it can build some collagen on your lips as well. And I'm going to give you these safety goggles here.
Cool. Weird sign.
And let me know if it's too tight or if it's
that's
uncomfortable, and we can adjust it. How does it feel?
It feels
good?
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. So I'm gonna fire up. You're gonna hear me shoot a popsicle stick. So don't be alarmed.
Okay.
And then if you're at all feeling too warm, just let me know and I'll turn it down, okay?
Okay.
So that's me shooting away. So it feels just like that.
Okay.
We didn't do this one for you last time.
No.
So if you're feeling too warm, just let me know. This area feels spicy. Little. Let me know if you're too hot, okay? And I like it, especially for the nose, because it shrinks pores.
Oh, I need that.
You okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to turn it down just a little bit, and I'm going to do around your lips and your lip tissue to help stimulate that collagen production. It's going to give you a little bit of a plum, very subtle, but it will help treat the wrinkles on the lips. Feeling okay?
Do you ever had anybody fall asleep?
Sometimes, yes. Sometimes people doze off. Yeah, this is a very comfortable feeling. Most people really like the warming sensation. Okay, we're all done with this part.
Okay.
Not too bad.
No.
Not too bad at all. You did great.
There's just some parts where I could like kind of feel like a little like teeny.
Uh-huh.
And that's why I jumped.
Yes,
in some parts.
Okay. And then I'm going to numb you up.
Okay.
While you're numbing, we're just going to go over a couple things post-care. So I know we went over it last time, but I always do a refresher, okay? You see, everything looks good. Perfect. You do have some spots, just normal age spots, sunspots. What I like to do is I like to hit a couple of the spots, like a spot treatment, harder than the rest of the face.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that?
I feel good.
Okay.
I noticed the first time you did the laser, because I do have like some like melasma or age spots or something like on this cheek in particular. It seemed like when my face was peeling, it was more darker.
Yes. So I'm going to do little spot treatments just where you have the little age spots here. So those locations where I spot treat you, you're going to be a little bit redder for an extra day or two. Okay. So don't be alarmed. You're just an extra day or two. You're going to be a little bit redder just because I'm going to hit them all a bit harder. And then the rest of your face, we're going to treat similar to what we did last time. I'm just going to crank it up just a notch. Okay. Fantastic. So I am going to give you that numbing cream. And today, what we're going to do for you today is we're also going to add on exosomes. Right after your laser, you're going to see me topically add exosomes after your ablative laser. And why I love exosomes in a laser treatment or microneedling treatment is because we derive them from mesenchymal cells, and they carry the recipe. They're the vesicles that carry a recipe for cell rejuvenation. And it works phenomenal hand in hand with the laser treatment. And not only are you going to have less downtime, but you're going to see that glow. You're going to see those wrinkles and fine lines and those spots start to loosen up, brighten up. You're going to see results sooner, rather than if you'd had a laser treatment without some exosomes. In regards to some post-care, I'm going to give you Epicurus to take home. You're going to have a mask and you're going to have a satchel with the mini products. Actually, I can bring them out so I can show you.
Okay.
So we'll mask you here, and then you're going to get one of these masks. Okay. This is my all-time favorite. I love this so much after any kind of laser or microneedling treatment. It's going to speed up your results. It's going to cool down your face. It's going to enhance your results after your laser. And this is really going to help you overall with that redness, inflammation. It's very anti-inflammatory. One of my favorite brands to work with is Epicurus. And then we have the Trio. I'm going to give you, it's going to come in a little box. Last time I gave it to you was in a little satchel. So the same products as we did last time for you after your laser treatment is you have the oil cleanser, you have the lipid serum, which is basically what is in this mask, except the mask is the lipid serum in here is 3 times stronger. And then you have your Hivea cream. So starting tomorrow, you can cleanse with the oil cleanser. And I'm going to do that here. Actually, I'm going to cleanse and exfoliate you right before I do the Era, just to kind of help get away any of that dead cells so we can penetrate even deeper. And then the lipid serum you can start using today, although you're going to have pretty much enough juices in that mask for you to keep using throughout the day. And then the Hivea cream you can start using tomorrow as well. That's going to give you that extra moisture that you're looking for. In the meantime, you're just going to add on some Aquaphor. So you're going to do the lipid serum, and then you're going to kind of seal it off with some Aquaphor for the few days, and then you can just slowly do the epicutis.
Okay. And I love the cleanser because the cleanser really helps speed up the peeling process.
Yes, because we don't want to use any kind of scrub. We don't want to rub our face. We don't want to scrub our face. We want to let that natural peeling process just take course. With the oil cleanser, it's so gentle enough and it works so well that it will get rid of any of the dirt, any of just your own oil that your sebaceous glands produce. It even helps get rid of makeup. You're not wearing makeup right now, but even if you are in a couple of days, you totally can. And it's going to get rid of all of that, but it's gentle enough to actually not do any harm post your laser treatment. And then as far as going out and about, please wear SPF. It's going to be your best friend. SPF, SPF, SPF. There's various SPFs that are compatible with the laser treatment that you can put on right over and you can go about your day. And then if you have one that's not compatible, stay at home. I also carry epicutis that is compatible to use after a laser treatment. So you can put that on, go about your day. But just about 4 to 5 days is the downtime. And even on day number 3, most of my patients, day number 3, they return back to work. Yeah, I like to stay home. But some people are like, oh no, Karina, I'm fine. And they just go back to work.
Wow.
Yeah. How's your face feeling?
Feels pretty numb, yeah.
Feels pretty numb?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, my lips feel weird.
Yeah. Your lips are gonna feel a little bit like they're an extra accessory to your face.
Yeah, but right now they just like down here below, it just kind of feels like weird. Just kind
of like you're at the dentist.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cleanse off your face in about a minute or 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna exfoliate it as well. And then we're gonna do the ablative treatment. You should be fairly comfortable. Okay. And then, like I said, we'll do the little spot treatments. Then we're gonna do the ablative on your entire face. And then I'm gonna put some exosomes topically.
Sounds good.
And then I'll wipe you again one more time. You are just squeaky clean. Okay, I'm just gonna see. So here. Okay. I'm gonna do a couple on that side of the face. You would hear me fire a test run. This lens is gonna be very loud, okay?
I think I remember last time I jumped a lot.
Yeah, this one's very loud. I'm gonna do a couple of your spots right over here. Doing okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm all done with this part. All right, my dear. Now the fun part, okay? Mm-hmm. Now the fun part. Work it up a little bit more. That's okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, my dear, I'm going to do those upper eyelids, okay? Okay. Just feel me pulling on your eyelid here. They're doing amazing. I know the eye areas are not fun. Doing okay?
Can.
Alrighty, good job. I'm gonna go on that other side. Okay. You are doing amazing. Okay, I'm gonna do your upper eyelid. Just like we did the other one. This laser is actually very, very safe for that area. You handled that like a trooper. Suck it up. I know the eyes are not that fun.
I think it's at the other side, the left side, was more sensitive.
More sensitive, yeah. All right, my dear, we're going to do those exosomes. It's going to feel very nice and soothing. In a moment, I'm feeling very nice and hot. You did amazing. You did very, very good. How was it compared to your experience last time? Now that I went a little bit higher on that energy, did you notice it or
Not
just-
really.
Okay, good.
And that's what I was thinking right now.
Okay, and if you remember about the mask last time, it has 2 layers. It has the blue and it has the white, this little plasticky. We remove the plasticky layer and that gets tossed. And we're going to put this one over. It's going to heal cooling in just a second. Right now, you might probably feel like it's a little intense, but in a moment, it's going to be like life-changing. You're doing amazing. Now I'm going to peel the blue layer off. And I don't actually like to toss it because it has a lot of juice. So I'm going to put it right on your neck.
Okay.
You might not like me for it because you're feeling a little cold, but your neck will thank me for the additional treatment of that lipid serum. And I like to get it just right.
When I put on this mask the last time you gave it to me, my dog ran away.
No way. Oh my gosh.
He scares easy.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
I'm good.
You're feeling good?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been some time. We can actually take your mask off.
Big reveal.
You're going to be a little puffy. You're going to be a little bit swollen, a little bit puffy. You're going to look even wrinkly. And that's not your wrinkles. That's the mask. That's the areas where the mask was
creases.
folded and creased.
Well, the last time you did it for me,
Yeah.
I looked in the car. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I know.
you know, I went to the bathroom here.
Oh, that's
And I looked
right.
at myself in the mirror and I'm like,
Yeah.
I just try not to look at anyone.
I'm like, it's going to be the creases. It's not going to be your actual wrinkles. But most of that redness should have, went down.
You know, like, see that?
Yeah, very
That is
swollen.
so scary looking.
Yes, it is. Don't be alarmed. You're not going to look like that. And, give your body about 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes for all the creases and bends to wear off.
It reminded me of what I'm going to look like when I get old if I don't do anything.
Well, you're not going to look like that. You're going to look amazing. And I'm going to give you the rest. I really do like the fact that there's so many juices on here. And I do like to give it back.
Help soothe it out.
Yeah. Because why waste all this goodness? We can just leave it on there. It's a funny area where I work here because most of my neighbors, they do hair and they do lashes and eyebrows and I know, nails and all their, clients come out leaving a little bit better than they did before. Mine's come out feeling a little rough around the edge. But that's okay. My clients come out a little red.
Except for the Botox people.
Yeah. Even with the Botox people, they come out having a couple of bumps and, little bumps where you inject them or little red spots.
The very first time I saw myself like this,
Uh-huh.
when I was in the car, the first thing I remembered was like Snow White, the witch.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Because, her wrinkles are like really over exaggerated.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my goodness, I look like the witch.
No, you're going to look great. Just a little scary for right now. So when you come home, once your lipid serum is dry, you can go ahead and put Aquaphor all over your entire face. Aquaphor. The key is we want to be moist. We don't want to be dry because the longer you go being dry, the longer you're going to heal. So if you're moist and you're consistent with the skincare I gave you, you're going to heal a lot quicker. You're just going to have better results in general.
Yeah, I kept putting the Aquaphor. The only thing that was kind of annoying is that the Aquaphor, it makes my hair stick to it.
Yes. So wear that ponytail. I know it makes it very, very sticky. I do like using the cleansers just to kind of wash your face off at the end of the day. You're like, oh, this feels good. And then you're like, well, now I got to put it back on. But it's very sticky, icky, but you only need to do it for a few days. Once you're feeling like your face is pretty hydrated, you can just keep up with the lipid and the Hivea cream. Keep with the lipid Hivea cream. Use it all up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All done, my dear.
Okay. Sounds good. Oh, and then you said I can put makeup on. When can I start wearing makeup?
You can start wearing makeup on. Usually I tell people give it a couple days. Some people, they feel like, well, I have I want to go somewhere real quick to the grocery store. Can I put makeup on 24 hours later? It's kind of like your discretion. My recommendation is that you limit any kind of, promoting bacteria to your skin. You limit all those kind of interactions, because I don't know what kind of makeup you're using at home, if it's new, if it's old, if it's in a constant reusable container. We don't know how much microbiomes you have, or bacteria. I mean, how much bacteria you have in your makeup container. So I recommend give it 2 days, no makeup, just the skincare. And then usually on that third day, people will be like, oh, okay, I'm going to go back to work. I'm going to put on some foundation. And I'm like, you're welcome to do so. But I recommend 2 days, nothing other than the skincare. Okay. And then you can incorporate some makeup. Some people like a tinted SPF where it's not very cakey, it's not heavy, it's not like full on foundation, but there is a tint, it is SPF, and it's actual skincare.
Yeah, and that's what I usually use. I use the tinted one, but when I did it, I noticed that it kind of burned.
Some do.
Mine doesn't.
Yours
burn,
doesn't.
It doesn't. It's after I did the laser. I was going to go out for a walk with my husband.
Yeah.
And so I put it on and I'm like, oh
my gosh, maybe it was too early for you.
That's what I
Maybe it was too early. There's 2 brands that I do like. I like the Epicurious tinted sunscreen a lot. And it's very low on the tint. It's very, very natural. I wouldn't substitute it for makeup, but it is compatible and it's actual skincare, and it actually tightens your skin as well. And then I like the Skin Better tinted sunscreen as well. That is a little bit more makeup-y. Actually, I use it. I don't wear foundation. That is my makeup. When I want to wear makeup, like today, for example, I'll do that SPF and then I'll go with over a little bit of powder, like loose powder, and then I'll do my my blush and my little highlighter over. But that's like my substitute foundation.
Is it as gentle as the Epicurious?
It is gentle. Yes, it is gentle, and it has clinical studies where it's safe approved to use after lasers. And there's 2 of them. There's more of a lotion, and then there's like a compact. When I feel like my skin is more, naturally I have oily skin, but I feel like when I do microneedlings and when I do lasers, I like to use the lotion one. And then sometimes I use that as my everyday one as well. But when I'm like going to work, I like that compact one just because it's more compatible, I think, with my really oily skin, where I'm not as too oily when I do the compact.
Okay. All right. Sound good.
That's good.
We will see what I look like. So it's been about 2 weeks since my Aerolase Neo and Era laser treatment. Some of you might be asking, why did I get laser treatment after getting my fillers? And if you didn't watch that episode, I'll make sure to link it in the show notes or right here or here so that you can watch that. Well, I loved my filler results, but I felt like my skin could look much better. Karina started with the Neo Elite, which, as she mentioned, treats the deep skin layer and stimulates collagen. It does help with acne and redness, but that wasn't my problem. The Neo was somewhat loud, as you can see in the video. I jumped due to the sound. It was not painful, but it was loud. How did it feel? It felt warm, like warm air was being blown on my face. It wasn't hot like I was up against a fire. It was just warm. In fact, I almost fell asleep during the session once I got used to the sound coming from the Neo Elite. When Karina cleaned my face, which was a pampering session of its own, and began to numb my face to get ready for the Era. As mentioned earlier, in July of this year, I had 1 session of Era, but it was at a lower intensity. The Era is an ablative laser used to treat fine lines, wrinkles, and scars. Because my face was numb, I did not feel any pain, but I did get startled from the sound of the laser from time to time. Karina did increase the intensity in areas where I have some age spots. Those areas felt tender, but it wasn't too bad. If you saw me shaking during the treatment, it wasn't due to pain. It was because I was cold from holding the cold air device Karina told me to use to cool down my face if needed. Pairing Eximos and the lipid recovery mask after treatment is Karina's secret weapon for enhancing results and jumpstart collagen production for faster recovery. I know I looked very scary after she removed the lipid recovery mask, but I promise you, the creases on my face were gone within 30 minutes. On a funny note, I didn't have to dress up for Halloween because my face looked semi-scary. I followed Karina's instructions and used all the products provided, lathering my face with Aquaphor. By day 2, I think I scared my in-laws because my face was not ready for makeup. My face looked like it was going to crack if I smiled. Scary. Overall, I love my results. The Nero and the Era are not going to give you facelift results, but they will make your skin look smoother, tighten areas, reduce the appearance of some fine lines, and lighten age spots or scars. And I noticed my facial cream and makeup are gliding smoothly on my face. Before my laser treatment, I felt like my makeup wasn't applied evenly or I didn't apply it correctly, but now it looks great. Would I recommend Aerolase laser? Yes. But remember, it's going to enhance the appearance of your skin. It's not going to give you facelift results. Now, your turn. Have you ever tried laser treatment? If so, which laser and what were your thoughts? Would you do it again? If you're in the Sacramento County area and would like to book a consultation with Karina of Humming Glow Aesthetics Lounge, you can find her information below in the show notes. And for those wondering, I paid for my treatment. I recorded my experience to share it with some of you who have considered it but are unsure what to expect. I hope my experience has been helpful. If you would like to learn more, you can find that information at createthebestme.com/EP146. Until then, keep dreaming big. And remember, you are beautiful, strong, and capable of creating the best version of yourself by loving that woman you see in the mirror every day. Thank you for watching. Catch you next week. Bye for now.